everyone.
What's up guys, Unofficial MCU here, hope you're all doing well, and in today's video, Spider-Verse 3 cannot catch a break. Beyond the Spider-Verse has caught a lot of drama in the last week. It's exactly what we're going to be discussing in today's video, breaking it all down for you guys with everything that we know and everything that we'd be anticipating right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing all types of Marvel-related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So, if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Also, be sure to hit that little notification bell right next to it to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel almost on the daily. There is a lot of Marvel news to keep up with. It's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys updated with everything, not just that, but also break it down for you guys. As always, I really appreciate all of the support. Okay, so in this video, we are going to be taking a quick read from the Direct's article as an overall garnering source. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there as well. There may not be a happy ending for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, quite honestly, and Miles Morales' Spider-Verse trilogy as well. Since 2023's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse ended on that cliffhanger, fans have been eagerly awaiting Spider-Verse 3's arrival and for how and happens to Miles Morales in Earth 42, and how those canon events further contribute to the multiversal tale of a whole. Brian Tyree Henry takes Spider-Verse trilogy's emotional ending. He is the voice of Miles Morales' father. Spider-Verse trilogy star Brian Tyree Henry is warning audiences that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse may not end the way that fans are hoping, which is a better update than I was honestly anticipating. I was thinking that this would be some type of update saying that like the movie's not happening or being delayed, because that's all we've kind of heard in the recent couple of weeks, unfortunately. So honestly, this is a better tease, if for anything. When asked about when Spider-Verse 3 will arrive, particularly since it was delayed and has no set release date, the actor assured Variety.com with a recent interview with them, saying, "In all due time, we have to conclude it," saying, in quotes, "In all due time, we have to conclude it. It has to be concluded, of course." Can you imagine if we were like, that's it, he's in the portal and that's kind of it? Ending that quote right there. Like, maybe that's just how like Spider-Verse 2 ended, and that's kind of how all of it ends. Just ending the whole story there kind of would have sucked, quite honestly. And when Ryan Destiny, Brian Tyree Henry's The Fire Inside co-star, teased the actor, questioning if his schedule was to blame, he honestly joked yes, but all before continuing audiences that there won't be a dry eye in the house when Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse finally does arrive in theaters, saying in quotes, "First of all, that's loaded, and yes, the answer is yes. Now, look, it takes time, but we got to make you wait a little bit. You know what I mean? But it's coming. Of course it's coming. There's not going to be a dry eye in the house. I'll tell you that. Good luck. It's not going to wrap up in a nice little bow what things, do." Ending that quote right there. Really just into a tease of to like, this movie is not going to end how you think it's going to end. It's not going to have that happy ending maybe that the first Spider-Verse movie did have, unlike the second one didn't really have. It ended more so on a cliffhanger. It wasn't the happiest one, but still set things up and saying, wait, there is more for the third installment, but the Spider-Verse 3 just isn't going to end as happy as maybe fans want it to. Actor Brian Tyree Henry had also voiced Jefferson Jeff Morales, Miles Morales' father, as I had mentioned, and a New York police city officer since 2018's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so he's been with the franchise for quite some time, of course. And while Jeff Morales was already key to Miles' journey and just overall character arc and as the story, he's become even more centered in Across the Spider-Verse when Miles has learned that his dad's death was actually a canon event, and that was something that Miles is trying to prevent. And as he attempts to travel back into his universe to save his own father, regardless of the canon, the sequel ends in the twist with Miles in Earth 42, where his dad is already dead. His uncle Aaron is alive, and an alternate version of himself is the Prowler. Given that Brian Tyree Henry's character's fate hangs in the balance, coupled with Miles facing an alternate version of his own life, there's plenty of potential for heartbreak in Spider-Verse 3, not to mention of what is in store for Gwen Stacy and Miles, really the whole relationship that goes on in between there. And while Brian Tyree Henry's comments warned that of what tears would be unavoidable, his words were also reassuring. Following a discouraging update about Spider-Verse 3's release, as I had mentioned, the actors promised that it is in fact coming would and should inspire some confidence. With the last couple of weeks and some Spider-Verse 3 drama even going on, many fans are kind of a bit worried that the project wouldn't actually see the light of day, would be shelved evidently, but that is not the case 110%, and that the story needs to be concluded, Sony makes too much money from it at the end of the day. But all in the same time, anyone hopeful that Miles Morales would succeed in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse with its final conclusion to the trilogy is likely even more concerned than that before, and for what the story is really going to be about and how the story does come to a conclusion with maybe a not so happy ending. The question of fate versus free will have been a fascinating topic to explore within the context of the comic book storytelling, but now it needs to be tested. Whether of what happens on Earth 42 or with Jeff Morales' and Miles' universe is unknown. However, while Uncle Aaron's death in Into the Spider-Verse was seen as Miles' Uncle Ben moment, it may be his dad's death that truly pushes him to become the web-slinger that he needs to be, or an alternate version of that at that. And of course, there are also those other possibilities of that in Beyond the Spider-Verse, of where tears may be in order, ranging from Gwen's relationship with her own father to Miguel, Spider-Man 2099's tragic backstory as well. And now these crazy teases of what's going to go on with Miles' father as well. Now, there's also that potential to keep on the back burner for Spider-Verse stars to become trapped in live action, particularly following the Spider-Verse 2 Tom Holland rumors and the MCU's own multiversal narrative that's been going on as well. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. I really highly doubt that. I've talked about it here on the channel before. The whole multiversal thing isn't going to end with the multiversal saga. It's going to be kind of dragged out, if you want to call it that. It's never going to kind of go away, because those kind of quote-unquote multiversal cameos make quite a bit of a push for Marvel movies and a bit of surprise and honestly a bit of money and traction at the end of the day. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial MCU. Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Different theories as well, I'm all ears. Let's discuss. I love to hear what you guys are all thinking. Leave a like on today's video, as it really does help out the channel. I really appreciate it. Stick around here on the channel, Unofficial MCU, by hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to be notified for when we have new videos dropping here on the channel, almost on the daily. There's a lot of Marvel news and craziness that has been going on. That's exactly why we're here, is to keep you guys all updated on all of it and explain it all. Also, check out our merch shop, linked in the description down below or to the channel. Also use codes Team Iron Man or Team Cap in all caps, depending on what team you are a part of, to get 10% off of your order. I'll be updating and dropping new designs on a regular basis, so make sure you check it out. It can make a perfect gift for someone else or even for yourself. With whatever way you support the channel, I really deeply do appreciate it. Whether it's simply watching today's video or purchasing one of our products, thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Peace out.